So when you first open pardes, you're going to see your regular terminal. This is just my fish terminal. I can open Yazi here. I can do anything. I can open even Helix or Vim here. It will just work. So you might notice there's already like some things at the top, and when we move our mouse we can see stuff too. It highlights stuff. So if I right click there, it opened the file, and if I right click the one, it also opened the file. So the idea here is this is how Acme works. The right click is for looking, and we can even look at images and the resize and stuff like that. And the middle click, it executes. So if I middle click here, that executes there. And anywhere that we can see, it executes. So it's not only there, but if I do something like ls here and middle click, it showed on the terminal there. If I do help, this is a built-in command, so it opens this window here, which is the help window for pardes. You might notice there is a animation. I will change animation, so say this one. So when I delete it, see it bounces. I just toggled the animation. There's also this one that do it like this. It's supposed to be nice. So, and it also opens PDF. So the PDF, this PDF is from this text, right? Let me just do typist watch type, and you see it's already refreshes, but it's black because it gets the theme colors. So if I do it like this, I changed the tint to be the native, and you can see that it also highlights here. This is because it also works by clicking on the PDF. So let's say we want to change colors, right? I could just click here. You see it's changing the colors, but I could also, right here and say next color, for example. And if I middle click here, it will change the color, like from the PDF itself, and also here from text. Like any text you see, you can right click or left click. So if, for example, this is not a file, right? So it won't open the file. Let me say, for example, main.zig, and if I right click here, it will open the file, and I can say like the regular syntax for like, oh, I want to be on the 4th line, so it's the 4, and when I click, it goes to the 4th line, the 1st line here. Yeah, something happened. Oh, yeah. So it goes to the 4th line. So you can see this showing up. So this is the search results. This theme is kind of hiding the okay, yeah, it's more clear. So the search is what happens when you right click on something, and it's not a file, so it will search for it. So right here, it's searching for the panel, right? And I can iterate on the search results like this. This is what I'm doing on the keyboard is the vim commands. So I'm pressing N for next, or N uppercase N for previous. And if I right click here, it works the same way. And this is actually a regular file that we can like write anything here. You can say, I don't know, like help here, and it will help. And I can even search on the search itself, and it will work. The only thing you see here is this special syntax for the @p, which just means for the pardes to work on a specific panel. So the key bindings are basically helix, so we have multiple cursors that we can use. And it also has some built-in ZLS support. So if I press go to definition here, there it just works, but it's only for them. It's only for them. Can also move this here and there. Also, for example, there it's the typist command, right? And let's say I'm doing something like ls here, and it didn't use the typist terminal because it was running. So if I do the ls again, it will use it. This works because it sees the process tree and it sees that fish spawned another process, so we can't use it. And this is different, like ls is doing here. I do it by my goblin, and to execute is tab, and it does the same thing as it expands to this thing. It's just a few heuristics, tab, and doing enter is the same as right clicking or doing look. So you see it search for it, and I could also just run the vim command of searching, and it is the same thing here. I have the tutor command that it has like in-depth information. You can see everything, like it explains the mouse buttons, how they relate and so on. Yeah, so this right here doesn't seem like a terminal, but it is. Like, see, it's just a trick to hide the prompt. So this is what I call normal mode on the terminal. I can, edit it like a regular buffer and even execute commands on it, and change the lines like that. And I can even open pardes on this node itself, and it works. And I can switch back to the terminal. You can see the highlighting kind of broke here. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting there. It's just a trick to hide the real terminal, and we can go back and from. I used Ctrl B, but this is configurable. And let's say we are on the way the I ran pardes and it opened here is because it detects that it was spawned from pardes itself, so it uses a Unix socket to just call the look command on it, and it would just open. So for example, my regular editor has been set to pardes, so if I just use JJ to describe it to open and just say some random comment, and now you can see this bar here. So I open it with two dots, just like them. But it only focuses it, like it's only work for the keyboard mode. So I can just middle click there, or I can some random text, I don't know, or I can just go there and save, and go there and delete it with the keyboard, the same thing. And this terminal uses libghosttTI, so it's a real terminal. It's much better than Tmux, for example, for rendering and doing interactions. So I can even, spawn an agent here and say like, I'll save here is, and what is the line on main.c, and it just works. It says line 3 of main zip, send it with file line format. Okay, and it works, because everywhere there is text, you can highlight it like this. It also has, most of the Acme commands. So if I do it like this, for example, if I select Humai here with the left one and drag the middle one and do the chord for grep, it works. This is a special chord from Acme. I've been saying Acme all the time, but you might not know what it is. Let me just show the things here. So this is Acme. This is the main inspiration for this tool. What I wanted to do was basically Acme with Vim shortcuts. So even here, this I ran grep and it's an output, but it's also a terminal. If I right click the directory, it will alias it. So yeah, it's pretty much it. It has some nice effects for when things change. This has been my first week actually, just using this editor like as my main editor for full time. I had some issues with Unicode, so I spent a few hours this week fixing Unicode support, but it pretty much works really nicely. I'm just changing stuff, so let me run the help command. So this shows all the built-ins. I just call oh, it also has shader effects, because why not? CRT and ripple or something. Ripple, yeah, ripple. Yeah, it's a bit too much, but it has all of those effects. It also has this built-in for selecting themes. So how it works is that this is a special kind of pane, which is a output pane, which just means it's not associated with any file, and each line is a built-in command, right? And when I press N, it just highlights the whole command, and I press tab, it will just execute it. Also it supports multiple fonts. So it's font cell, yeah. So I can just change it here and it works. Yeah. Yeah, this one's quite boring. League. Yeah, no. Anyways, yeah. I'm getting distracted with all the fonts. Yeah. So yeah, and that ASCII effect, I find it to be a little distracting as well. I like this dissolve. It's more subtle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I want to show just something else on the so the PDF rendering, it's not just for, you know, basic PDFs. This is the Intel manual and it works. Let me remove the tint. So yeah, just the PDF, and searching there works, but right now it's single threaded, so I can do it. Also picks the sections. Let's wait a little while, because yeah, right now it's single threaded, and takes some time. Let's see if it works. Yeah, okay. So this is the table of contents, right? Close it there. And if I right click somewhere, it will just move us there on the PDF. And yeah, this is really convenient, because we can have like a file and say, this is interesting, and it will just work. The reference for it will just work. This is really cool, and it's quite fast. Like, I try to make it really fast in a single thread, because I basically try to get the best performance with a single thread, and now with I'm going to parallelize it so it doesn't block anything. So I accidentally clicked something there, and you can see this is the shell command. It's quite powerful, so you need to be careful. And that's it. So yeah, I can execute CPU ID. Oh no, CPU ID. Just this. Yeah.